This video is going to remind you the divisibility rules, which we will be using a lot in math this year when determining if a number is divisible by another number. We know that a number is divisible by 2 if it is an even number. Even numbers are any number that ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. For example, 10 ends in a 0, so it's an even number. 218 ends in an 8, so it's an even number. 1,542 ends in a 2, so it's an even number. Those are all divisible by 2. 129 ends in a 9, not an even number, so not divisible by 2. The rule for 3 is that the sum of the digits is also going to be divisible by 3. For example, if you take the number 18 and add the digits, 1 plus 8, you get 9. Is 9 divisible by 3? Yes. Then 18 is also divisible by 3. 540 is another example. 5 plus 4 plus 0 equals 9. Is 9 divisible by 3? Yes. Then 540 is also. And this can be done with any number. 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 0 is 9. Also divisible by 3. The rule for 4 is that the last two digits of the number must also be divisible by 4. For example, 1,312. The last two digits are 12, and since 12 is divisible by 4, then 1,312 is also divisible by 4. 7,019, the last two digits, 19, not divisible by 4, so 7,019 is not divisible by 4. 5 is a pretty easy one. In order for a number to be divisible by 5, the last digit has to be a 0 or a 5. So for example, 360, the last digit is a 0, so it is divisible by 5. 175, the last digit is a 5, also divisible by 5. 809, the last digit is a 9, it is not divisible by 5. The rule for 6 is that if a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, it is also going to be divisible by 6. So let's look at 114. Since it's an even number that ends in a 4, we know that it's divisible by 2. And if we add the digits 1 plus 4, we get 6, which is divisible by 3. So the number is also divisible by 3. Therefore, it is divisible by 116. But we can also look at the number 308. It is an even number, which means that 2 goes into it. When we add the digits, 3 plus 0 plus 8, that gives us 11. 3 will not go into 11, so 3 will not go into 308. Therefore, it is also not divisible by 6. There's not a really good, easy rule to remember for your 7s. So with 7s, you'll just need to memorize your multiples of 7. And if it's a big, larger number, you're just going to have to check by dividing. For 8s, you're also going to just have to memorize your multiples of 8. And for larger numbers, check by dividing the number by 8. The rule for 9 is very similar to the rule for 3. We're going to add the sum of the digits, and if it's divisible by 9, then the number is also divisible by 9. Let's look at 1,629. If we add the digits 1 plus 6 plus 2 plus 9, we get 18. 18 is divisible by 9, so 1,629 is also divisible by 9. Another example, add the digits 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 3 gives us 6. 6 is not divisible by 9, therefore 2013 is not going to be divisible by 9. Our last divisibility rule is for 10. If a number ends in a 0 and only a 0, is it divisible by 10? 220 is divisible by 10. 1,890 divisible by 10 because it ends in a 0. 225 does not end as a 0, so it's not divisible by 10.